Good morning. We are out and about. Another gorgeous day. Those palm trees. My palm trees. Looks like I need to get the little cutter out and take out a couple of fronds that want to be off the tree and not on. So, beautiful day. Little girl out for her walk. And I'm with her. Good thing. She shouldn't be out on her own. How are you today? I know that it's Monday. Lots of people aren't big on Mondays. But I think that they're good. I think Mondays offer us an opportunity for that fresh start. Even if we're going back to the same old place, it's a whole new week. Yes, we're with oftentimes the same people at the same job, but it's an opportunity for us to go ahead and make it something new and different, however that may be. I have a friend who keeps it light at work by dressing up a cardboard cat, kind of like old-fashioned paper dolls. But I had sent her this card that was a cat and the actual cutout of a cat. And then she's been dressing it up different characters, and it keeps people in her office smiling. And it gives her some joy as well. So even though she may be dealing with all kinds of craziness, it brings some joy to the crazy. So, just one way. I am very blessed to have two jobs that I enjoy. And sometimes they can feel a little overwhelming, but it helps when you really love what you do. And when it comes to my yoga, I don't even look at that as a job. I mean, when you love something that much, it's never really looked at as work. Come on, girl. We're running a little behind this morning, so we're not having a major sniff fest. You're just getting some exercise in. So make your Monday fabulous and watch the rest of the week just fall in line. So even when the chaos hits, when you start off in that happy spot, in that calm spot, in that joyous spot, then the rest of the week will follow. That's my inspirational insight for Monday. And you may say, oh, I can't stand it. It's really not that bad. And if it is, work on finding something that's not. Jobs are hard to find in some places, and depending on what you do. Okay. There are lots of retail jobs out there. Lots of fast food jobs out there. The rest of them might take a little searching. And you can always try talking to your coworkers or your boss, just letting them know, hey, this doesn't make me comfortable, or I'm not happy about this, or what can we do to change things? Maybe you feel like it's a little too much all work, no play, no fun stuff. Do something like my friend does. Do a little thing that brings a smile. Whatever that may look like. Come on, you. I think for the most part, people that are in offices, that the offices remained open, are now back into their offices. Some offices closed down permanently and people get to work from home. I know somebody who's working from home. She works remotely. And she really misses going into the office. She misses talking to people, that camaraderie. And she's looking for a job that will allow her to get back into the office. At the level she's at, it's going to be a little bit of a project, I'm sure, for her to find something, but I'm sure she will. Because she's just that good. And so are you. And tailbone update, nothing, it still hurts. Still sore. I think my doctor's office is closed today, so if anything, maybe tomorrow I'll hear something. Again, what are they going to do anyway? I'm just going to have to live with it and deal with it until it's healed. Try not to do anything to aggravate it, which doesn't seem like there's a whole lot I can do that doesn't aggravate it. Standing too much, lying down too much, sitting too much. Everything in equal measure. I'll figure it out. Not worried. And yesterday, how did you sleep? Because let me tell you, yesterday I slept. My sister made dinner. She made these really good chicken and turkey meatballs. I thought they were really good. And green beans with fresh tomatoes and garlic and salt. Was there onion in there? And onion. And then she made a cucumber onion salad, kind of pickled. And what else did we have? Oh, baked potato. Really good. I really liked it. And it was good to eat something that wasn't gotten on the fly or wasn't more of a snack than a meal kind of thing. So happy about that and grateful for that. And then I got to bring some home, so I'll have some for late lunch today when I'm all done teaching. And I fell asleep last night. Let me tell you, I tried to soak in a tub. I couldn't sit on my tailbone at all. I could not sit in the tub. So I was kind of off on one side, but in the Epsom salt to help, hopefully that'll help. And then I did the whole sheet mask thing. I did some self-care. Did the sheet mask on my face and my red light therapy. Come on, girl. I know you're checking the P mail, but we just don't have time for that this morning. And did the red light therapy, and then I fell asleep. I want to say I was asleep by 8:30. I woke up at 6:30, so I got a good 10 hours sleep. I was probably very much needed. My sister told me when she saw me last night that I looked exhausted, that I looked tired. I'm like, damn, I even have mascara on. Usually I only get that comment when I don't wear mascara. So I got lots of sleep last night. And it is said that you don't ever make up the sleep you missed. But we're, again, starting fresh and new. So I got a good night's sleep. Got up this morning, got ready to have an amazing week. And looking forward to my classes this morning. I'll have my 8:30, my 10. I'll go to the base for noon and then back home to do my doctor's office work. And then back to the studio for the 6:30 class. So that's my day today. And it's going to be fantastic. I am very confident of that. Because like I said, I get to do things that I love. And I already have had people at 5 o'clock in the morning sending me texts. So I have a list of people that I am going to be giving a call back to this afternoon. I did text them back saying, I have classes all morning. Text you, I'll call you as soon as I'm off. I'm done with those classes. So got that all taken care of. Just sometimes that's all you have to do is acknowledge them. You know, sometimes we get an email or we get a text and then we get them repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly. You know what? Just take a minute. Take a minute and respond. Just let them know. I'm tied up. I won't be available until whatever time. And then make sure that you follow through and call them back at that time. Because even though they may want your undivided attention in the moment because that's what's convenient for them, they'll also understand, you know, that you are busy. Because obviously they are too, or they wouldn't be like wanting your attention right then and there. So you let them know when you're going to be available, and if they're not, they'll let you know when they're going to be available, and you will hook up eventually. For the most part, for most of us, this isn't of national importance. This isn't brain surgery. This isn't a life or death situation for most of us. Some of us are in positions where it is literally life and death. And if that's the case, then you know how to deal with that. Come on, girl. Then you know how to deal with that and prioritize, because that's been your life. But so often we think that if somebody has reached out to us, that we must address it right away. And we drop everything we're doing, and then we find out that it's like not so important after all, and I can't believe that I pulled myself away from something that was more important. So you make your priorities. And then you do whatever needs to be done accordingly. And, you know, it's another like boundaries kind of thing, right? That's a word that likes to get thrown around a lot. Boundaries. But it is a thing for us to be able, come on you, for us to be able to, you know, be able to prioritize and not let everybody else run our schedule and run our lives. I mean, I set my schedule, so if I'm running late, that's on me. Right? If you have a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 5 job, you know what your schedule is. Plan around it. You get an hour lunch, leave your desk, get away. Do it for your own peace of mind. Even if you go walk around the parking lot a few times, get some fresh air. When you get back into the office, it's not so bad. But when you're there being drugged down all the time, it makes it hard by the end of the day. So give yourself that break. They're there for a reason. And I think that a lot of employers have gotten used to us sitting at our desks for our lunch and being available for that full 9 hours. But there are silly little labor laws out there, and they're there for a reason. And do it. Take your lunch and leave the building. If it's in your contract that you're not allowed to leave the building, leave your desk. Come on, you. I told you there's not time for that today. Getting your exercise in. And that's on me, that she doesn't have time. But she is getting a little bit of a walk. Supposed to have the city inspectors by the house today. So we'll see if that happens. supposed to be there between 8 and noon. Jeff put the permit where it's supposed to be. And we will hope that everything's okay, meets the inspector's needs, and then they'll move on. And I was telling Jeff, I didn't know what the next steps were, because the contractor called this a pre-gunite inspection. So I'm not sure what the gunite is. Is that the concrete where they're going to fill it in and shape it, and then they go in with that pebble stuff, which used to be called Diamond Bright. Now I guess it's some sort of pebble thing. So I'm assuming that that's what all this is. The gunite is going to be the concrete. We'll see how long it takes. You know how it goes, I'm sure. Not necessarily for the pool, but in life in general. We think we're nearing an end, but there's so much more than we even realize is still ahead. And I feel like it could be that way with the pool. So I am going to learn as I go and taking you guys along for the ride on all of it. I am back to the house. I'm gonna hop in the car, get to the studio to teach my morning yoga. Gotta load everything up into the car. Oh, before I go, one of my students is a quilter. And I had said to her, showed her this mat bag that I have that I take to travel with. And I said, oh, I need this bag but bigger. And I said, I will pay you for it. I'll buy the fabric. You set a fair price for labor. Let me know if you think you could make something like this. And she's like, yeah, I know she's working on projects for family members and stuff. And then she comes to class yesterday and she brought me this beautiful bag. And it was different than the one that I had shown her. She said she had a thought. Come here, girl. She said she had a thought that she made it like triangles. So there's deep V's. And she said instead of having the loop to slide the mat through, I feel like she made the V deep enough for the mat to rest in. It's perfect. So happy. So excited. She totally nailed my colors. So I was really shocked and happy and pleased. I offered to pay her for it. She said no. So I love all these crafty people. I had a friend in Florida who made me a bag, and I use that as my snack bag. It's a big bag, mind you, but I use that as my snack bag. All right, I am back to the house. I will pop on and show you that bag at some point, but I hope you have an amazing day. Be great on purpose. Have a fabulous week, and I'll talk to you soon.